Welcome to Soccer as We Like It, the Man United Direction. The day after United got knocked out of the fourth round of the FA Cup by a championship side. And today we are joined by a host of people across different continents. We'll start with Adam. Welcome to the show from Australia. Welcome to the show,
Hey, buddy.
mate.
How are you?
Not too bad, mate. I wish it was under better circumstances, but it is what it is. We have Vimor representing the UK in the house with Princess Sienna. Welcome to the show, Vimor.
Good day. Top of the morning to you.
Yes. And Houston Red Army, we have Sammy, the analytical one, representing Houston Red Army. Sammy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Ali making his debut today on the show, representing Houston Red Army from United States. Welcome to the show, mate.
Thank you.
Right, gentlemen. That was one trophy United really did have hope, and fans had hope that this might be at least this trophy, but it seems to have disappeared and gone with the wind. Well, Adam, I'll start with you since you're further out. Fourth round, championship side, Middesborough. It looked like a foregone conclusion, like, that's a 2-0 victory either way. What went wrong, mate?
Yeah, I went in there with no expectations at all. So I came out, I was gutted in the 89th minute. You probably saw a photo of me on Instagram where I got my head down. It was more, I wasn't upset with the team. I was more just pissed off with the whole badge, mate. We've got that, mate. I can go deep here, but for fuck's sake, anyone that worried about that handball yesterday, they should be looking at everything else. The first one I'll look at is fucking Ronaldo's penalty. He didn't just miss the penalty, he missed the fucking whole goal. So, he's done it before for United, missed a pen. So,
He was awful yesterday, wasn't he, Ronaldo? Really off form.
No, don't say that. Don't say that, please.
Why?
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. We can't say anything
He's
bad
the
about
goat
Ronaldo.
sometimes.
Yeah. Please, hey, come on. He's the GOAT, right?
Look, I know you're his biggest fan.
Look,
he was pretty awful yesterday.
If anybody stands up for Ronaldo on any given day, even after the Champions League finals miss, when he missed that penalty, I'll never forget.
Yeah.
I still stood up and I still said that it's Ronaldo. Players of that caliber, of that standard, they can miss. But then, okay, I understand missing one penalty, but then you're a player of a very high caliber.
He's missed a few, hasn't he? He's missed a few,
few,
even for his
mate.
country,
Right after
for
that
club
penalty,
and country.
He missed not only that penalty, he missed open shots at goal. Like, he missed good chances. He missed this one setup from Sancho where he just came up to goal and got confused. He didn't know what to do. He just moved on to the side. I was like, "What are you doing? Shoot it!"
Yeah,
that's Ronaldo, because that's what we expect.
Already loving
Come to the
Ali.
conclusion that he had a very poor game, and
He did.
I mean, it's hard to comprehend. It's hard to comprehend that we're literally out. So I'm gonna go to the analytical man, Sammy. Round me up quickly. What went wrong? How did we get knocked out that game?
Yeah, first of all, okay, so the game, I'm going to actually keep it like a glass half full approach. I'm going to take the glass half full approach over here, that we started really well. Okay, we had a really good first half. I don't know when the last time we actually played like that. Okay, I understand it's against the championship side. We definitely going to put pressure on them. We have moved the ball very quickly. We literally started with a high pressing game. To be honest with you, even with a Ronaldo fan, I can't say that, like that.
Let's stop. I'm going to stop you right there. We high pressed once, and Bruno missed the open goal. So we high pressed once.
Yes.
So let's not get too excited.
No, I'm not getting too excited with that. Okay. So, but
Sorry,
sir. I think that we played a really good first half. Okay. If you think about the chances we created in the first half, that's not. I wouldn't say that, we didn't score. Ronaldo missed a penalty, but that doesn't mean that, we can't put the game to the bed by first half. Obviously, we can blame our players. The way Bruno actually missed that open sitter, he literally hit the crossbar, from 5 or 10 years distance. Overall, like, I mean, obviously, I mean, we are the only person, the team is the only one to blame for this performance. I mean, obviously, we should have like beat Middlesbrough by 4-0 or 5-0. I'm not going to get to that refereeing decision. I know it was a clear handball. Okay, even if VAR actually supported referees, like he thought it's like it was not intentional, but it was a handball, clear handball. Okay, so but I don't know what the rule says or what kind of changes they made in the rule. But I would definitely think this is a game.
Sam, don't forget to breathe, yeah?
Sorry?
Breathe.
Yeah, I'm breathing for sure.
Right.
Yeah, obviously I'm doing that, yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's all the thing I wanted to say at this moment. And it was a good game. And overall, I think it's something, I don't know, I mean, we would have get a better outcome.
Hey, look, Sammy, it's something we can build on. Hey?
Maybe.
The magic of the FA Cup.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
The reason what I actually wanted to point I wanted to make here, it's not like that you're just going to go out and bash players all the time just because we lost against Middlesbrough. We still have some positive. We still have to talk about positive. If everybody just talking about negative, then we are not going to have a discussion here.
Right.
That's all I wanted to make. Okay.
Okay.
Sancho was good. That's a positive.
Right. So let's
let's talk about positivity. Right.
Joining us has been Joe, representing Houston Red Army, the happy peacemaker. How are you, Joe?
All right, man. Doing all right.
And representing UK, Richard. Richard, welcome to the show.
How you doing, guys? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Right. Let me go to Vimo. Vimo, how did you see that game?
I think we started well. There was some good tempo. We dominated the game, and despite what people say, I think we are having better control of the ball, and we showed it was a promising first half, but our chances, my God, the amount of chances that we missed, we should have put that game to bed in the first 45 minutes, and we didn't. Ronaldo was in poor form. He's probably been missing Georgina too much. Bruno missed half an open goal. Rashford got his volleys wrong. I mean, the front three and Bruno just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and that cost us. That hurt us, and we allowed Middlesbrough to gain some control in the second half and in extra time. It's a £35 million squad compared to our squad, which is what half was about 400 million, something like that. It was shocking, really shocking.
He finds that funny.
Disappointing.
I'm glad she finds that funny.
Ali, what was your take?
Yes, sir.
What was your take, mate?
Man, so my take, I actually, when I sat down to watch the game, I sat down with a lot of hope. And I sat down, confident in our boys, confident in Man United, and confident in Rangnick. And honestly, while watching the first half yesterday, I was really impressed how we played, how we started the game off. We started, with high intensity. We started off with, like we were hungry. We were playing expensive football. You could tell that, okay, this team, they've come out to win. They've come out with an agenda. But then right as soon as this is, because that's what we're not Man United FC. We're first half FC or second half FC. Call us like one half FC, because that's really what's going on. We come in, we perform amazing first half or maybe second half. And then the second, like the other half is just what happened to us. It's like everybody forgot how to play the sport. Nobody wants to pass. Everybody just wants to run through 4 or 5 players and, be Instagram famous. That's what half the United squad, in my opinion, does. Everybody wants to, get some sort of fame before the game's over so they can get their Instagram likes up and all of that. We need, because the problem here at United is, and I decided this yesterday, it's not the coach. We blamed Ollie, and now we're starting to blame Rangnick. Who are we going to blame Ten Hag next if he comes in, or Pochettino next if he comes in, just because we're not winning games?
Because that's what fans do.
Exactly. Someone is always scapegoating someone.
Wait a minute.
It's easy to
Let Ali finish.
We really got to get down and see the bigger picture and see what the problem here is. And the problem here is the players. The players are not hungry. The players, they don't have the Man United mentality. They're playing like they're playing for a club like Tottenham or Arsenal or somebody. They're not playing for Man United, because you play for Man United. Once you put this jersey on, it means something when you're out on that field. And that's
So-
how each and every one of our players used to have that mentality. Everybody from your starting 11 to your reserves, everybody had the mentality, play game time or no game time. Over here, you see Lingard run to Instagram, run to Twitter to bash his manager. You don't do that. You really don't do that, especially with what's going on right now with the Greenwood situation given. You don't do that. That just creates problems in the dressing room. You don't need that. If you see other teams, when they play, if they miss a goal or if they mess up somewhere, if a player messes up, it's all smiles. It's, hey, it's all good. You know, next one, we got it. But in United, one player messes up something, everybody's hands go up like this. Everybody's getting pissed off at the player. Like, relax, because that's going to put the whole team under pressure.
Right.
There's
Thank you,
only
Ali.
certain players.
Quick
Thank you
question
very
for Ali.
much.
Quick question, Ali. When do you think we lost that mentality?
We lost that mentality, honestly, at the first half, right? Going in, like, we came into the second half a little bit, we still, you know, we're creating some chances, but then the way we played that first half and the chances that, because going into the half, we should have been up 4-0. We should have been up 4-0 going into the half. So
Okay.
that
Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of like, obviously you're preaching to the choir, Ollie. Everybody knows that we're gonna actually be up by 4-0 in the first half. But
Yeah.
going back to Vimal's question, why do you think we actually lost that mentality? It didn't happen in the last
lost the
game. It happened
mentality.
before. When?
we lost
The
that
Manchester
mentality
happened under
walking out of
Oli.
the dressing room for the second half. We lost it walking out because I did not see that same enthusiasm. I didn't see that expensive football being played. So we lost it. I feel like walking out, we lost it in the tunnel somewhere because someone had to go back in the tunnel.
Don't
and
you
fight
think
back.
we've
Right.
regressed as a team though over the
Right.
past
Let
few
me
years?
go
Yeah.
round
We
quickly.
have definitely, yeah.
Joe,
I think we
let me
need to
go
be
to
mindful
Richard.
about the time. Yeah, so let's go to the other question.
Richard, what was your take on the game quickly? How did you perceive this game?
Do you know what? I'm going to be positive. I think we played well, especially in the first half. Like Ali was saying, you know, our performance did drop a little bit in the second half. I don't think this result definitely is not on the manager. You know, we've had a few people calling out Rangnick, and I don't know why. You know, I think that the players have to take responsibility. Like Rangnick doesn't tell the players to miss pretty much open goals. He doesn't tell the players to miss passes. You know, we were set up right from the first whistle. It's just that players weren't up to the job. You know, Ronaldo's missed penalty, Bruno missing chances, Rashford having another shocker. I can go on and on and on. You know, I think the only positives from the game in terms of the players was Sancho and Pogba. They played really well. I think Sancho got a bit tired towards the end, but I think he had a good game. But I think that it's just a mentality thing. The mentality is rotten from top to bottom. Wow. And as soon as it went to penalties, I knew that it's game over. You know,
I turned the game
off.
Right.
Was not.
Because, Joe,
we've never won. United have never won penalties in the FA Cup, have they?
Not really.
Maybe, I think they've won one only.
We've lost 6 out of the last 7 penalty shootouts.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Joe, what was your take quickly?
Well, let me answer that mentality question real quick. I thought personally that we lost that mentality when we saw a lot of our leadership leave the team, and then we didn't replace them with, like, it seems like when Chris Smalling and Phil Jones came in, that mentality didn't stay. You know, it's like it left with Rio, it left with Vidic. When Rooney tried to hold on to it for a while, but you know, it's just that we just never recycled it. So, but as far as the game, man, you can't really even. It was a good game. There was no point even in the second half of extra time. I thought we was going to pull something off, you know, because we were playing well. We were moving the ball well. If there's one thing you can take out of that game, Middlesbrough, they were very lucky, man. I don't think they played well. I don't think they defended well. We dominated that game a lot. If you look at the stats that I posted, we did. I mean, okay, so towards the latter parts of the second half, you could see our endurance kind of dip a little bit, and then they were hitting us, you know. But that's gonna happen, you know. You can't have a team just completely dominate for the entire 90 minutes, all right? But
yeah, you can against Middlesbrough. You can.
Come
Oh,
on,
man.
man.
Fuck.
Hold on, one thing.
Excuses
It's not
after
like a dominant-
excuses,
Wait a
man.
minute. What is it about?
finish.
What is it about this
Ridiculous.
team that makes you think that we're that squad that dominates teams for 90 minutes?
Also, just to open,
We
haven't
we
been
not
that
at the stats before coming into this call today. If you see the stats, that stats actually supporting of what Joe is saying right now, because we literally dominated the game.
We looked good. We
according
just
to the
didn't.
stats.
We didn't finish our food. You can't blame Ragnick. Ragnick. The only reason Ragnick didn't get a 10 is because we lost the game. To me, I think he got this entire game spot on.
So you don't think that bringing Juan Mata in, he should have brought maybe Hannibal on?
Hannibal, who's
Sorry?
only been playing.
All right.
Hannibal's only been playing. Hannibal's only
It's
been
an
playing.
FA Cup.
Adam, hold that
It's a little
question.
bit too
Hold that
early for
question.
that.
We're gonna ask that question when we go around. Chris, what was your take on the game, mate?
We lost the game.
Who?
2 points to Chris.
Give me something new, man.
Ain't nothing new. We lost the game. We move on.
That is it.
Yeah, that's it.
All
We'll
right.
catch you later then, Chris. Thanks for coming.
Straight to the point. Right. Adam, you brought in a question saying you don't think United should brought in Juan Mata. Who
Well,
agrees with that?
I got to about the 60th, 5th minute, and I went, we need to change this up.
Right.
We need to change it up.
Right.
And the longer it went, I think it was the 77th, 78th minute before we started making subs. And look, don't get me wrong, Juan Mata's been a great servant to us, but a young fella like Hannibal, I think he could have made a difference. You know what I mean? He's a good player. He takes the ball forward, and he takes the ball forward at pace. But
Who agrees that
what the fuck do
Mata
I know?
shouldn't
I'm
have
totally
come on?
different to everyone.
Does anyone agree that Mata should have not come on?
I think the reason he brought him on is because we lost control of midfield once we let Pogba go.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed the transition in the game, that as soon as Pogba went off, our midfield was absolutely crap with just McFred. We weren't retaining possession, and I think Mata can bring some of that control because he's got a deft touch of the ball, and he creates a lot, and that's what I think Ragnick was hoping for. I like Hannibal. I think he's a fantastic, exciting player, but I think he was trying to gain control of midfield.
When he brought Elanga on, he put Elanga on the right and left Sancho on the left.
Yeah.
I think
Why would you not put Sancho on the right and Elanga on the left when Elanga's been playing awesome on the left?
Sancho scored on the left.
Who's responding to that? Chris?
I think they can interchange, can't they?
I think the whole thing started with the subsidy. I mean, you had a 60 minutes. You need a goal. Yeah, you need a goal, but you're not gonna take off Pogba and bring in Fred. I think that was the problem. That was one of the big mistakes he did. He should have brought in. I mean, I know Mata is a good player. He's a playmaker, but he needed like faster legs, like someone who can run. Like
legs. I agree.
Yeah, Hannibal, some fresh leg could have done something. I know Mata can make a play, but he wasn't gonna break. I mean, he wasn't gonna score. But bringing in Fred was one of the bad mistakes he did yesterday. People just scared not to call him up. You know what I mean?
I reckon he started looking at penalties. That's why he brought Mata on. I reckon that's the only reason he brought him on.
That might be a reason actually for the penalty shootout.
Even if you bring in Mata, take penalties, and also why take? I don't know whether Elanga is a good penalty taker, but he's 19 years old. He don't have that pressure to be taking penalties before Luke Shaw.
I think it would have been unfair.
The first thing is that why all our senior players went ahead of Elanga to take the penalty.
Okay, let me go ahead. Do you think Elanga should not have taken that penalty?
He shouldn't have.
No, he shouldn't.
But we went through everyone, so he was going to
ahead of the all the senior players.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why he shouldn't have. And this is me. Why he shouldn't have taken it. It's because we had other senior players ahead of him that have more experience that could have come out, and I feel like maybe converted it for us.
Right.
That's point A.
Okay.
Point B is Elanga is 19 years old. He's a kid. He's played 2 games. He's just now starting to bring his name up and stuff like that. So giving a kid like that, 19 years old, with the game on your shoulders, to FA Cup to progress into the next round, that's asking a lot from him, and especially
Mate, he's a Manchester United player. I couldn't give a
Yes.
shit what age you are. You
He is
take
a
the
Manchester
penalty.
United
Honestly,
player.
if you-
100%.
I
if
couldn't
younger-
care less.
He hasn't faced big games. He hasn't faced big squads. He hasn't faced
Doesn't matter.
decision-making penalties.
Right.
I feel like
6 yards out.
Hold.
someone
Okay.
else should have come in, taken that penalty for him, and then maybe he could have come in for the other kick, or maybe he should have come in before when it
Right.
was not sudden
Right.
death.
Sammy, do you
Yeah,
think
I
Elanga
think
should
what
have
I
taken
wanted
that
to
penalty?
make- No, I mean, I think he should have taken the penalty. Okay, I know it's a 19-year kid, but I'm pretty sure he's a striker. He should be capable of delivering
Striker,
putting the
yeah.
ball in the back in the net, right?
Yeah,
He's a striker.
man.
The only thing is that my problem is with the order of he's taken penalty after like all the senior players done with that. So I
Right.
don't know who we could possibly replace Langa at this point. Okay, have you guys know who are there? Like you have to actually ask Varane or somebody else who left who could take the penalty, because the game literally went to sudden death. So I think Elanga should have taken the penalty, but he should have taken before.
In a different order. Right.
Maybe he should have taken like the after Juan Mata or something like that. So the ordering was different. I don't know whoever
I agree.
actually did the ordering of the penalty takers, but I think that was
Okay. Richard,
taken at that time.
should Elanga have taken that penalty in that order, or shouldn't have taken at all?
It shouldn't have got to the penalties anyway for a start. But
Thank you.
at the end of the day, look, I agree with Adam. If you're good enough, what's the saying? If you're old enough, you're good enough.
Right.
What was
That's right.
from Busby?
Yeah.
If you're old enough, you're good enough. It doesn't matter about age 19, whether he's 17.
No, we're just talking about the pressure. It's just the pressure.
No.
You play for Manchester United, the pressure's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Rashford was making those same penalty kicks when he was 19. So
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Ronaldo played in an FA Cup final at 19, so I'm not gonna say, oh, he's only 19, you shouldn't have taken it. My issue is not with Elanga, actually. He should be more than capable of stepping up to the plate and scoring, but he missed. That's football for you. My biggest issue is the fact that it even got to penalties. That's
Right.
my issue.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris,
Never have
Elanga
gone.
should Elanga have taken penalty, or not in
have
that
taken-
order?
He should have taken penalty by another order. I think Luke Shaw is a better penalty taker than him. Luke Shaw is a lefty. I mean,
Luke Shaw's a cat, mate.
man, no.
Fucking
Didn't
cat.
Luke Shaw, hold on, didn't Luke Shaw
Hold on,
back
hold on,
away
let
from the
him speak,
Euros?
let him
Didn't
speak.
remember Luke Shaw backed out from the Euros penalty taking, or did he take in the Euros?
He did.
He did.
He did.
Okay.
I need Adam to explain that Australian slang. What do you mean he's a cat?
I mean, he's got no ticker, mate. Like he'll always he'll never put himself before he'll always put himself before the badge, mate. It's no different when he falls over and he goes and plays his little fucking PlayStation and shit like that. He'll go and fall over and he'll get an injury that's not even that bad, and he'll go off when we're losing. He's done that on occasions as well. So
Yeah.
fucking no time for these fucking blokes.
Right.
Joke.
Chris, so you think that it should have taken the penalty, but not in that order for the sudden death penalties? That's what you're saying, Chris?
That's what I'm saying.
Joe?
I mean, he should have taken penalty, yeah, but no, I mean,
He should have taken penalty.
after the fifth penalty, and if you miss that one, the game is over.
Right.
Pretty much, So at least he could have taken a penalty, the top 5 here, first top 5. So
He should have gone after Juan Mata or someone.
So he
but,
gives Henderson or somebody there. If he misses, maybe at number 3, and then Henderson to hey, you already missed one, so I gotta step up on this,
Right.
But
Joe?
then at number 8, I mean, I don't think that order was the right order for him to be taking penalties right there.
Okay. Joe, Elanga, penalty order, shouldn't taken?
Maybe the order should have been
different.
maybe the order should have been different. But yeah, I'm not really gonna fault him too much, because the penalty miss that we need to be talking about is Ronaldo's penalty
In the
miss.
middle of the game, which would literally put us 2-0 up.
That
Thank
was
you,
it.
Joe.
That's the game. That's the miss. Like, I don't even understand.
Like Richard said, it shouldn't have even gotten to that point.
It shouldn't have even gotten there. I don't yeah, he missed it. That kid, he's still has a bright future. I saw Ronaldo console him. That's good. But Ronaldo, I hope Ronaldo told him, I hope Ronaldo apologized and told him, I should have never put you in that position because he's the reason why Elanga was.
You're
in that position.
dreaming.
So hopefully,
Right,
but
Adam.
yeah.
You in reference to Elanga, you say he's old enough, young enough, should be able to. Should he have taken it in that order, or you think Luke Shaw should have taken instead of he should have taken?
No, I'm with Joe. Well, I don't care where he takes it. I don't care. It's I'm confident in Elanga he can take it, no problem. I'm with Joe. But and if you're playing for Manchester United, you can take a penalty, no problem at all. But my problem with Luke Shaw is he's the type of player, and we've seen on so many occasions where we're down and out. All of a sudden, he gets a soft injury, in my opinion, and he goes off. We've seen that before, and he always, we've seen that on a number of occasions. He'll never ever step up for United and the badge, mate. That bloke never, and he's done on several occasions. But going away from penalties and everything, going back to the game, 100% we should have won this.
100% without that.
In normal time, we should have won it by half time. But and in saying that too, we are a team of two halves, and I've said it before on this podcast many occasions. Now, I'm always interested to see how we come out in the second half, or if we have a bad first half, we'll come out the second half and play well. And it's it just does me fucking head in, to be honest with you. It's just all this Ronaldo shit everyone's posting online about, the handball and all that crap. And give me a fucking break. Like, there's no question about it. And we've lost. I've seen Ryan Giggs miss a penalty before, and it was against a shit team, and we went out of the FA Cup.
Southampton.
I don't care about that shit, But my issue is players still throwing their hands up. It's not that you saw it much yesterday, but you've had 2 weeks off to get your head around it.
Right.
We've had that many fucking dramas in the last 2 weeks. And what do you call it? You've got it's just fucking heart-wrenching, mate. It is heart-wrenching.
It has been a difficult week for the club. It's been difficult. We've gone from the Mason Greenwood to a very bad transfer window. Okay, we offloaded a few, could have offloaded a few more. Didn't get anyone, considering a CDM would have been something to stimulate the team for top 4. That didn't happen. Then crash out the FA Cup. So it has been a very tumultuous, very, very painful week for United fans.
We've got just quickly, I was just going to say, we've got a huge problem where we've got the board that's a team, and we've got a team of players that are individuals. They're not teams. The board doesn't get along with the players.
True.
It's just, and we all know in any sport,
it is a mess. It is a mess.
We all know in any sport, if the players, the main players that we watch every week doesn't get along with the board, or the board doesn't get along with that team, it just doesn't work. And until any of that stuff is sorted out, we'll be talking.
The club is broken in so many ways.
Exactly.
That United are out of the FA Cup, down to Champions League and top 4, where do United go from here? Summarize me.
Top 4 in Champions League.
We've got a. Yeah, well, we've got a tough job because
stop laughing. I see you.
If I can say something.
No, let Vimo finish.
I'm gonna go after this anyway. The restaurant is calling.
Okay, cool.
Got the table booked. So yeah, the club is broken in so many ways, and it's time for the rest of the season to try and unite. And it's not all down to Ragnick. It's not all down to individuals. It's down to the whole club to come together and have one purpose. And our purpose now is to get this top 4, to build something for the future, for the next manager to take over next season, and reunite and find that synergy again. We are broken in so many ways. You see it week in, week out. We're a very expensive squad. We're a very bloated squad. We've got huge outgoings in terms of salary. And we can't beat a team that's worth 35 million. Every team that comes and challenges us at Old Trafford is always up for it. They don't fear us anymore. So we've got some real repair work to do. 2 domestic trophies. We got knocked out at home in the Carabao Cup by West Ham, knocked out by Middesborough in the FA Cup at home. So is there a problem at home? Is the pressure too much for these players? Don't they have the balls to
fighting an FA and a cup game at home anymore? Is this
I
where we
think the
are?
problem, well, there's no fortress anymore. I mean, you know, the hotel football next door is more of a fortress, as we discussed at some other time. We're not a fortress anymore. Whether it's home or away, the mentality, as Ali said earlier, is gone. And I think the mentality went, as Joe said, when our leaders went, and it wasn't renewed. And you know, our leadership and our strength also dissipated under Ollie, his stewardship. So, and Ollie should know better because he was part of that winning squad. But you know, he doesn't have the skills to bring that kind of mentality and that belief back into a club. It kind of withered away even more under his stewardship. So we need a really strong, tough manager. I'm hoping Ten Hag will come because I think he's pretty amazing at Ajax. I don't think Poch is the man for us. And I don't know who else is suitable.
I also think that's part of the reason why we brought in Ronaldo. Yeah, we didn't want him to go to City, but that winning mentality, that mentality in the locker room, that's one of the reasons why we brought Ronaldo. And
you see the mentality changing under Ronaldo.
He throws a lot of history.
He's trying. He's still the main reason. That's why we are in the Champions League. Okay, please don't forget that.
Oh my!
No. If it wasn't for Ronaldo, we would not be in the Champions League.
I've got to go, guys. See you later.
Hey,
all right.
Cheers, take care.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. Say hello to Piano.
If it wasn't for CR7, we would not be in the Champions League right now.
Yeah. So I guess we should give credit where it's due.
Credit is due, right? Okay. Now, Ali,
I can't believe you guys have got that lack of confidence in this team. If we never bought Ronaldo, even though we finished second last year, third 2 years ago, fourth the year before, or whatever it was, that you think we can't fucking score goals because we never had Ronaldo. So before this season started, before this season started, did you think we needed to go out and buy Ronaldo because we need to survive in fucking Champions League? Come on, man! For God's sakes!
Okay,
great.
I got something for that.
Joe, finish what you're saying, Joe.
I got something for that because Ronaldo's mentality, that mentality is what got us through the Champions League. If there was anyone else,
Adam, let Joe finish.
Anybody else that we have currently in the squad, right? If it was Martial, it was Rashford. Like who would have filled those shoes? Who would have filled those shoes if Ronaldo wasn't there? Just tell me, who would have filled those shoes and scored those goals?
Man, he scored a couple of tap-ins. You got a kid named Mason Greenwood. Okay, let's forget about what's just happened with him. If he's come in and he's playing that 9 position, I'm confident he played as a 9. If they gave him the chance, he would have done right by us. I'm confident he could have found those same positions. I've seen him do it. And I'm very confident in that.
And if he was the guy that did that, he would be gone right now.
Okay, but no one knew that. But the Champions League finished before this has all happened. Yeah? So to say he's saying that, I'm not going to get into it because
let's not go too deep. Let's go.
That's right. I can't talk anymore. I'm done.
Sammy.
Yeah, I mean,
where do United go from there?
I just wanted to add here, it's not only about the footballing aspect, also it's about bringing the culture in the locker room. Ronaldo was the only possible option we had, at the beginning of this season, whom we could, get into the team. So we could actually talk about what happened. Let me finish, please. So what happened, back in 2007-8. So just telling the young players about what we went through back in those days, in the SUF era. Right. Who would we have other than Ronaldo at that time? Who could actually talk about that? Most of the players are
a guy named Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who won fucking everything.
Adam, hold, Adam. Your turn will come. Sam, finish. Can we not interrupt people when people speak?
That's what I'm saying. It's not about the footballing aspect. It's also from a mentality standpoint. We needed someone who could at least uplift the team moral by talking about legacy.
You had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you had Michael Carrick, you had Fletcher. Dominic keep naming them. Because he scores 500 goals, that gives him the right to just throw his hands up and play because they fucking doesn't. No, it doesn't, mate. No, it doesn't.
Not a Ronaldo.
You guys make it about Ronaldo because you give him so much hype.
Can we stop?
Guys,
It's not a Ronaldo show. It's a
let me
Man
tell you-
United show.
let me tell you. Let me
No,
explain. something.
I'm gonna let Sammy finish his point. Sammy,
Yeah, so
finish
the
your
thing
point.
is, that's the main reason he was brought. Okay, yeah, he had a really bad day yesterday. Like that's one of the poorest performance he did. Yeah, he's all over. He's not the person, like he's like 36. We're gonna expect him, he's gonna show up all the time. But I was very frustrated with his performance, even if I'm a huge supporter of Ronaldo, because the way he missed the penalty and other stuff, I don't think so. That's one of the worst performance. And he should apologize to Elanga, what my friend Joe mentioned, that like because of that, he had literally put us into the tiebreaker position, which that game shouldn't have gone into tiebreaker. But given all the circumstances, I feel like still we have Ronaldo should play a role. I mean, he still has some sort of significance by being involved in the team. It's not like that he just kind of like an old horse, we're just keeping him underage. At least he's better than Harry Maguire. Like fucking that guy was like literally wearing like captain armband, paying like spending 80 million. What the fuck he's doing? At least Ronaldo is like apologizing to Elanga. I mean, like, so if you want to talk about Ronaldo, first let's bring Harry Maguire in this topic, okay? So I feel like, so yeah, again, I'm a Ronaldo supporter, so maybe my statement seems very biased, some of you guys, okay? But I think Ronaldo still has some significance, and he's the main reason we are still in Champions League. And I feel like he will still try to motivate the team to put their best foot forward, against Atletico Madrid.
Right.
He's the only reason we might.
Guys, let's keep it this way. We don't have to agree with each other's opinions, but we've got to respect each other's opinions. We can't always agree on the same thing, but we've got to respect it. That's all it is about. All right? Can we go with that?
Of course.
Right. Ali, where do United go from here?
I don't respect Chris's opinions.
So
Don't you two start.
So United.
Mhm.
So honestly, the problem is much bigger than Ronaldo. It's much bigger than our starting 11. The problem really, it starts from our ownership. It's who owns Man
100%.
United. It's because the Glazers, our front office, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know anything. If you go look up their resume, they don't know their CV. They don't know anything about football. They don't have a football past. None of them. And they want to come and run a team like Manchester United. That's unheard of. That's really unheard of, because once we fix our once we fix our back office, once we fix ownership, I feel like that's where everything is going to, fall back into place.
Right.
Because right now, if you want to believe it, not believe it, if you want to accept it, not accept it, the truth is United are in big.
I agree.
And
We're going to be going 5
remain.
seasons, no trophy.
Yeah, and we're going to remain like
seasons.
this for the next couple of years.
Wow.
With whichever manager you bring in, because you have to see every manager that comes in is like a puppet. They're not a manager, they're a puppet.
Right.
It's whatever,
I'm not surprised.
it's whatever the ownership says. Oh, sign a player, don't sign a player. Rangnick wanted a player this transfer window. They didn't give him any signings, because that's what it is. It's either you follow what we tell you, or you're not going to be with the club anymore. And coming to the Ronaldo situation, I love Ronaldo. I'm from that era when Ronaldo came in, and I love Ronaldo. But I'll speak the facts, because I love my club more than any player that's ever going to play for United. I love my club first. And the main thing is, we did not need him. We signed him because, we can't let Man City sign him.
I agree.
That's why we went in for him. Because without Ronaldo, we finished second last season.
Okay.
We finished second last season, and to that squad that finished second, you add Sancho and Varane to it. Now that speaks numbers. That should say that, okay, we finished second. Now you put Sancho on the wing, and you got Varane at the back. That should make a big difference. But no, it's not. Why is it not helping us? It's because the mentality. They don't have that mentality.
Thank you very much, Ali. Chris, where do United go from here quickly? Where are we now at this stage? We're out of the 2 domestic trophies. Only Champions League and top 4 left. Where do we go?
Just play football. We ain't gonna win nothing. Probably not gonna finish top 4.
Wow.
I mean,
You've really given up, haven't you?
man, you know what? I give up like Michael Carrick. You saw Michael Carrick be like, nah, I ain't gonna continue this time. You saw Michael Carrick just walk away. You know what I mean? Who quits on his job like that? There was a deeper reason why Michael Carrick quit on the team.
Oh yeah.
there was a deeper reason why I got carried period of the game. Ain't nobody just gonna walk out of the club just like that, having a job.
No, he didn't just walk out. He fucked it up before he walked out. What are you talking about? He's part of that crew.
Fuck it up.
No, he's part of that crew. He's part of that regime. No, he's part of the Ole regime.
Hold on, one at a time.
Solskjaer said that Carrick is the one that coaches the team in training. Solskjaer said it game after game, press conference after press conference. He was like, this is all Carrick. He's like, when the boys are in at Carrington, it's Carrick that's training, that's coaching them.
Wow.
So the entire time when everybody wanted to say, oh, it's Ollie's fault, it's Ollie's fault. It's really not, mate. You got to look at his staff. You got to look at Carrick. You got to look at the other guys too, not just the main guy who's going to be standing on the sideline.
All right. Let me finish it up. And Joe and team and maybe Adam, you all remember me telling you these. The thing we keep on changing the coach is not going to help us. Another coach is going to come in. You're not going to win for 2-3 seasons. He's going to be gone. We're going to bring another one. It's going to be another 2-3 years winning. We're not going to win no Premier League, not going to win Champions League. We can win FA or Carabao, but that means nothing to me. But all the thing about keep on changing coaches back now and then, it's not going to help us in the long run. You're just going to keep on wasting players and the money, and nothing going to be done after all these. So even bring another new coach coming this season, first of all, a lot of players going to work out at the end of the season. What's going to happen?
So you're looking at another rebuild, right?
We know, I mean, I like Timato, we're not going to win a trophy maybe for the next. I say, I don't know, man. We're not going to win nothing. I give up. I mean, I accept it like this is not United anymore. You know what I mean?
Okay.
How much time should we give our new manager? I'm
not even blaming.
He told you. He told you in his press conference, why should I comment about anyone else when I've only got 6 months left on my contract?
That's true.
So I want to hear from Richard. I want to hear from Richard.
Richard.
I want to hear from Richard.
Richard, where do United go from here?
Good question. Do you know what? I think that we're actually going to go far in the Champions League. I might sound deluded, but this season is sort of mirroring the season where Mourinho came in his first season. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of draws and we came 6th. We ended up somehow winning some silverware. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win the Champions League, but Ronaldo, as much as, look, we might have not needed him, but Ronaldo is the reason why we're here. You know, like the seasons when we didn't have Ronaldo, we wasn't qualifying out of the group stage, we were struggling in the competition. This guy is built for the Champions League. So I think that, you know, there's a lot of disrespect being shown from his own supporters towards him, you know. Fair enough, there's some games maybe it can be rested, you know, for bigger games. But this is a guy that's done a lot for the club. So I think that we should also have that in mind. You know, he's the reason why we are in the Champions League. Because when Greenwood and all these guys were there, we was getting knocked out of the group stages. We was getting bullied by teams left, right, and centre. So I'm not going to really have, you know, the whole Ronaldo slander. Yes, I do agree that the Ronaldo signing wasn't 100% needed, but that mentality alone, hopefully, should do something in the dressing room. The rest of the team, you know, they're not used to winning big trophies. They're not used to winning things at the highest level. So having somebody like that in the dressing room is good. So I think, where do we go from now? I think we just need to kick on, go for the top 4, and go as far in the Champions League as possible. I hope we can win it. You know, Chelsea in 2012 were far worse than this team.
No, I'm telling you, mate.
They were far worse than this team, and they won the Champions League under an interim manager, right? So nothing's impossible. I think Di Matteo, yeah. So United fans have been in, you know, we've become, you know, it's like we're drowning in negativity. You know, the whole Mason Greenwood thing, things going in within the dressing room, leaks coming out left, right, and centre. I just think that we just need to look over at the next few months and then hope that we can win something. Because, you know, what's the point? What's the point in supporting the club if we're always going to be negative? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that regime was trash. He brought in a losing mentality into the team, but now he's gone. Rangnick, okay, he's not had the best start, but let's get behind the team. That's what I'm saying.
Adam, where do United go from here after being knocked out the domestic trophies, only Champions League and top four left. Where can United go, or where are they going now?
In response to Richard and saying Ollie's time was trash, he was the first manager to get us into second spot since Fergie, and into first place since Fergie. So I don't know how much trash there's involved in that. In Christmas time last year, we're first. So anyway,
but we didn't win anything.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So you're saying what against Mourinho because he won a trophy, it wasn't trash, and when we're with what's his name, it wasn't trash, or Moya wasn't trash. So
yeah, I mean, I've grown up on silverware. You know, second or third doesn't mean anything to me. You know, if
I totally agree, mate. I'm probably older than all of you. I'm 47 years old. So yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. But to go and say one era was trash compared to another because they won silverware, a Europa League or a League Cup.
I'd rather win the Europa League than come second and win nothing, because the Europa League, you get Champions League football anyway.
But Ollie got us Champions League football without winning a trophy. So
yeah, but so where we go, Adam, where are we going now? Where can United go? As we are today, we're out of the domestic trophies. Where can United go, or where are we going?
I don't think we're going anywhere. I really believe we're going to be in this hole for a while until shit gets sorted. It's so upsetting, mate. You know, for me, I live and breathe by this club, and whatever the board doesn't get along with the team, and the team doesn't get along with the board, or whatever's going on in the dressing room. I don't believe. I think we're back as a team, and getting back to the actual game. I do believe that we played well, but we just didn't finish. And it's so irritating to watch. You know,
it must be, especially a team that everyone predicted should be an easier tie at home. You see, what I mean? It's very frustrating. Adam, on
the Ronaldo scene, I'm not a Ronaldo hater. What I hate is our fans will bag someone else in our team, but then give him, no matter what he does, it's okay for him to do. That's what frustrates me the most about.
I understand.
Not so much Ronaldo. It's more the fans will let him have a free ride, but as soon as somebody else does that, then it becomes an issue. That's my issue. It's not Ronaldo. It's not that.
Has credit.
Joe.
Ronaldo has built credit.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to say
Ronaldo has brought us all this. Ronaldo has brought us all the silverware that we are trying.
No, he didn't. The team bought us the silverware.
Ronaldo was good.
Ronaldo, Scholes. Yeah, we're talking Ronaldo, Scholes, Rooney.
Ronaldo played in a great team. Adam is right. He played in a great team. But he was the pivotal.
He was a great player.
He was a good player.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not a great player.
When we're shitting on other players, and
that helps shitting on other players.
When we're shitting on Maguire, right? It's because this dude, right? We spent a lot of money to get him, right? He got the English tax in there. I get it, national team and all of that. And we see this guy. He's supposed to be the captain, and he is not fulfilling.
I've seen Vidic as a captain slip over against Fernando Torres. I've seen that. And I agree, Maguire, and I agree. I'm not trying to, because Maguire's not even in the same category as Vidic. I get that. Exactly. But my point is hammering every single player because they haven't won a trophy. It's not the right way to go about. These boys won a Europa. Hang on a minute. We're just talking about it's okay to win a Europa League. But a lot of these players won a Europa League and a League Cup. So,
but then again, it falls all the
time.
Ali Ho, Joe, where is United going now? Where can we go from here? This was one trophy we did hope. One trophy we did hope is the easier option than the Champions League option.
Well,
and we're out at home.
I think moving forward, that's gonna where we go for. You talking about where we're going forward this season, or where we're going forward
after yesterday? Where do we go?
We I guess we just gotta pick our heads up. I saw some promising style to play yesterday, and moving forward, I hope that we can, lick our wounds and do something serious in the Champions League. And if we play like that, if we played like we played yesterday, we will make the top 4.
Putting the ball in the net more, mate, right?
Well, I mean,
oh yeah, we need to put the ball in the net.
No. Obviously, there was a point in the game where you could just tell. It just seems like, I don't know if it was juju or it was something. Magic. It just was not going. It was one of our days. If we continue creating chances like those throughout the rest of our games, I believe we're going to make top 4 and make a significant impact or go further than we have been in a while in the Champions League.
All right,
and
thank you, Joseph.
That's
Sammy.
Yep, I just kind of like piggyback on what Joe said. So I'm not gonna mention we played really well whole game and then just be bottled in a tiebreaker. I would specifically talk about the first half. The first half actually gives me hope. The way we played in the first half, if we really continue to play in that way, I would definitely agree with Joe that we can make it to the top 4. Okay, I don't know about Champions League. I don't know how much progress we could make in the Champions League, but yeah, definitely we will have a great, good chance of making it to top 4 if we play in the same fashion that we did in the first half of yesterday's game. So now talking about that, okay, where we are going from here. Obviously, we've got to keep the same tempo in the future games. Like the next game is against Burnley. And then after that, we have like plenty of other games before we meet City on March 5th. So we got to grab as many points as we can from these games against mid-table teams before we actually have a really brutal fixture in March. We're going to play City, followed by Liverpool, I guess, and then maybe Arsenal. So it's our March fixture is pretty bad. So I think we got to grab as many points from Premier League as we can this month before we head to March. I think that will be a very crucial or deciding factor that whether we're going to make it to top 4 or not. I mean, I think we've got a good notion of that by beginning of March that where we are heading into Premier League.
Thank you, Sammy.
And talking about athletic, Champions League. We'll see. I mean, I'm not very optimistic about moving progressing around, but we'll see. Okay.
Ali, where United go from here?
To the training ground, mate. Gotta get some shots in.
Wow. How to put the ball in the net, eh? Right. Okay.
No, but honestly, look, I'll stop being negative for once. I'll support them. Because I'm really positive with this squad, man. But we gotta be realistic somewhere. But I'll go back to being positive. The way we played yesterday, we could definitely build on that, because that really, if I look at it like this, okay, FA Cup, we're out of it. What had to happen has happened. It's gone. Let's look forward. We got 2 other things. We got 4th place to fight for, and we got the Champions League to fight for. Right. So, and I don't like saying this, that we're fighting for 4th place.
I know. It's harsh.
Like Man United fighting for 4th place. It's unheard of. But
I think we should talk about making it to the top 4, regardless of what position we ended up.
Exactly. And like Rooney said it best. He's like, Man United should only be in a conversation for 1st, not even 2nd. But what my
times have changed, mentality has changed,
well, that's the mentality
the culture has changed.
Where we should go from here is honestly build on this, because we played very, very well. It's honestly by far one of the best games that I've seen them play this season, like being a team wise. It's just now take that and just convert your shots. That's what it is now, because Rangnick really set us up to win. That game should have been bagged in the first half. But that wasn't the case. So I really feel like going into our next few fixtures, especially this month, because we have some fixtures where we could win our next 5 games. We could win our next 5 games.
I've heard that several times this season.
I have exactly. But then building on the game like we had yesterday, building on that going forward, especially with Pogba back, I really feel like we could do good. We could, fight for the top 4, because this month I feel like we will perform, because look, this could be a setback. Look at it like this. Maybe this was a setback just for us to now go on a run. Maybe this
It
was
better
the
be, mate.
performance.
It would be nice for United fans to see that as all right.
Exactly.
The anger and the fire in your belly, but it still
See,
comes to
that's,
do
you
they
said it.
have the hunger for
Yeah,
it?
you said it
comes down
perfect.
from the it's like you guys have all said. There's so many moving parts with this team, around the team, outside the team, inside it. There's so much factors that are causing so much disruption in the way they think, the winning mentality. All that comes. Everything has got to be on one accord. The board want to win trophies, so they instill it. This is acceptable for trophies this season. So we instill it, but we don't have that.
I don't think
You really think board wants to win a trophy? I mean,
No,
this is
they
what
don't.
it's been tough for.
No, that's not the priority. It's to make
I
money.
don't think the board wants to win trophies right
They
now
don't want to
because
win
the
games.
board. You see, okay, let me show you a prime example. Boards that want to see change, boards that want to win something. Look at what do you call it? Liverpool. Look at Man City. They already so good, but they're still adding players to their squad.
We had this when we did the Premiership
They're
chat.
still adding players to their squad.
The teams that are dominant are still.
But we've added players to our squad. We've spent billions. We've added billions of dollars to our squad. And this is
it's
look,
management.
mate. And
unnecessary money.
thank you,
It's
mate.
management.
Maguire does not deserve what he's getting paid. Half our
But I'm not. It's
not deserve what they're
insane.
getting.
Look,
It's just insane amount of money spending. It's like over
talking about the money situation. They have given us the money. We've just bought the wrong players.
I agree.
They've given us the money. And the other cliche that goes around is every time, and I'm not saying I like the Glazers or anything. So I know I say a lot of controversial shit on this show, but I'm not saying I like the Glazers, but they've given us the money. They have given us the money over time to build a good squad. So like Joe said, it comes down to the management.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
And every time we lose, it's the Glazers' fault. It's the Glazers' fault every time we lose.
It is because
Glazers
have given us the money. We do have the money, right? They've given us the money. That's like giving a child some money for candy and then being like, okay, here, go buy some candy. But then, oh no, I'm gonna pick what candy you're buying. But
so you can't blame the Glazers, can you? You can't blame the Glazers.
I could say one thing about the Glazers.
Come in, Joe.
You get this, and that's what you have, like it or not. That's what the Glazers do.
I will say one thing about the Glazers. They have kept in place certain parts of management that are not football oriented. They don't have the football mind. They think more finance first instead of football. So if you're constantly thinking about finance first, you're not looking at certain contracts or certain players that need to get out, certain players that need to come in, negotiating prior to the transfer window. Yes, I'm talking about keeping Woodward on. You know, that's a job. Yeah. Yes, that's a Glazer issue because they chose what he brought to the club financially over what he did for the club football-wise. So
that is absolutely correct.
I will fault the Glazers.
Right. Let me throw in a cheeky question. From yesterday's performance, what do you give this team on a scale of 1 to 10? Just to score. You saw the game. You said you liked the football, but they didn't win. What would you grade the team on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll give them a 6.5.
6.5. Sammy.
Just 6.
6. Joe.
7.
Very generous. Richard.
6.5.
6.5. Chris.
Yeah, because this ain't nothing new. It's been happening. I give them 5. That was average.
Hey, Adam.
Well, we won the first half, didn't we? We were up 1-0 in the first half, so it was all looking positive. So you at least got to give them 5 for leading it into the first half, and then we took it to penalties. You got to go at least 6 because the second half was poor. So
6. So averaging 6 in performance-wise, but didn't win the game. Yes, and we're out of the tournament. But you can see from what everyone is saying today, the first half, if they carry on that momentum in the first half, they could take that into the chase for top 4. Everyone agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
I think as a team,
Right.
I think as a team we had higher scores. It's just certain players, like I'm gonna say Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo got like a 4.
And again, I mean, one more thing you all need to understand: it's not like Ronaldo is gonna miss penalty all the time. Bruno is not gonna hit the crossbar every day. Okay, so that's kind of like an outlier. I guess you guys
even-
know what outlier means.
Can I put a question to everyone?
One at a time. One at a time. Finish off.
Can I put a question to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
go on.
sure.
Does Ronaldo?
Yep.
If it's Bruno that missed that penalty, which he has, does Ronaldo take the next penalty?
Yep.
No.
Good
Wait a minute.
question.
Good question, I guess.
If Bruno missed, no. I think the team should know who the PK penalty taker should be, and even if the person missed, keep him there.
Bruno missed last season, remember?
Yeah.
And he,
No, Bruno missed-
Ronaldo,
and he missed
Ronaldo should
against
keep
Aston Villa at the
taking the
last
penalty.
minute this season when we
Yeah.
lost
Yeah.
1-0 at home.
But that's when Ronaldo came in, yeah.
Right. So
So
if your penalty taker misses, doesn't make him a bad penalty taker. It's the decision of the coach
Definitely
who's
not.
going to take it.
Definitely not.
Yeah. We're,
I mean,
we've had Van Nistelrooy back
If
in
we
the
get a
day.
penalty against Burnley, I would still think that Ronaldo should take it. But if he still misses, then maybe obviously it depends on
Then
team to
maybe,
change the
yeah.
strategy and give it to somebody else who might be, a better player to take shot at that time.
Was there
Yeah,
the 18-19 season where Rashford and Martial, they were splitting penalties? They take one this game, you take the next one. Was there
That
that
was
season
madness.
before Bruno?
That was in
Martial and,
1920. I guess it was the
That was madness.
Yeah.
before COVID, yeah.
we didn't have the guy who
Alternate
takes penalty, say the
strategies.
Martial or Rashford. They take one game and one game like that.
What I feel like, honestly, what should happen is we should stick to one penalty taker, and it should have been Bruno, because Bruno was taking all our penalties before Ronaldo.
Ole changed it. It's Randy
changed
just carried on. Ole
Yeah,
changed it.
he changed it, but like that's what I'm trying to say is we can't just give it to him because you're Cristiano Ronaldo.
That is the coach. That's the coach.
That's the
Exactly.
coach.
That's the
Now,
management.
That's what needs to stop, because free kicks. It's Ronaldo. Let Ronaldo take a free kick. No, he hasn't scored a free kick in
So
forever.
it's the
Bruno-
coach.
That's Ronaldo. That's Ronaldo doing his standover shit on players, and players bow to it. So that's
Well,
what that
he-
is.
if
I don't
that-
believe
Ronaldo's
that's
not the only
management.
one that kicks
He
free
only
That is
takes
not management.
If my estimates are right, in the free kicks, if we get 3 in a game, he only takes 1. Sometimes Bruno takes it. Sometimes Fred takes it. So it's
Sometimes
kind of
Telles
varied.
takes it.
Yeah, sometimes Telles takes it. So it's not
No, but then
It's
if
on the
he's
right
one
side.
set.
Mate. Not when they're just outside the box.
If it's
Not
a
when-
direct, it's a direct.
We're
free-
100. We're 108 corners down for a nothing. We're 108.
Yeah, I mean, thanks,
It's
Adam. Actually, I
108
wanted to talk
corners.
about that. I mean, we are
108
talking about
corners now.
penalty, but are we thinking that what is going on with our set pieces? We actually got a
we have a
piece
set
coach,
piece coach.
and we haven't scored a goal after like 100 or 120 free kicks.
Would be nice if we bought a center back that was known for
That's
that.
the coach that need to be fired.
The Eric Ramsey was brought in as a set piece expert to help
Yeah.
United defend for
Hey,
set pieces
it-
and score set pieces.
in our first two corners yesterday, I sat there and I went, "Holy shit! We've actually put 2 set plays on a corner together." Did you not? Do you not remember the first two corners we took?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I mean, it's terrible. Right? I think we gave $20 million to Harry Maguire in the sense that he's going to score goal from us from corners. I don't know when the last time he did that. Maybe,
Look,
Hey,
I am
we've got-
amazed
we've
that he
got-
always finds the ball
we've-
though.
But
if
we've
he could
got
just
Air
figure that out.
Ronaldo there. We've got Ronaldo there who jumps higher than anyone.
But
Exactly.
the delivery is what I don't know anymore. But
It's-
The delivery is
honestly,
poor.
the
The
delivery.
delivery is poor, and
The
the
delivery
art
is
of corners
really
has gone out of the game.
right.
No, I think Luke Shaw delivery is much better than anybody else, and he hasn't played last couple games, so I think Luke Shaw delivery. And
I
you
think
saw yesterday.
Luke Shaw takes
Luke Shaw
good corner
delivery
kicks.
is very much better than anybody's team.
No, yeah,
Luke
Luke
Shaw and
Shaw-
Telles take better corner kicks than Bruno's
No,
ones
I think
never
Luke
passed
Shaw
the
that
first
takes
defender.
better.
even when Luke Shaw crosses the ball in, when he's just playing off the dribble, when he's just crossing the ball in,
Right.
he majority of the time he hits his target.
Right.
And so he's good with feeding the ball into the box. And even for set pieces coming in from corners, like he was taking it, but now I don't know. He's not taking it, but
That's the
I feel
coach.
like we should look back at some tapes from maybe last year, or maybe a year before that, and see
Right.
what we were doing right.
Well, gentlemen, we have come to that time of the day. United are sadly out of the FA Cup, and it's again FA Cup again next year. But the vision and the mission is to try and win a trophy or get to top 4 and get the Champions. That is all we can fight for this season, and that's where we are. We as United fans, we have to accept it and keep supporting the team. Good, bad, ugly. That's why we're United fans. It will have a bad day yesterday. Wait, we're not gonna go support Man City tomorrow. It is what it is. That's the art of football. It's just because we haven't won for so long, it hurts even more. It's like a deeper cut because we haven't won a trophy since 2017, give or take, which will be going on 5 years by May. But this is United. There's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done upstairs. The transfer market could be better. The recruitment team could do better, but they are not. We could have done the CDM for this transfer market. They didn't. They didn't let Lingard go. You have an unhappy player on your hands. This is the problem. Even Phil Jones said he's not going. I mean, this is how bad United are.
No, Phil Jones ain't that bad at the end of it.
I feel like he's better than Maguire.
But this is where United are as a club, you know?
Yeah.
So all that has to be sorted out. And think about it. Are we going to get another manager who's just going to be another puppet? That's the problem. The owners want you to have a manager, but they also want to control and tie his hands behind his back. And that's not going to ever work. Look at Pep.
That's what
Pep does what he wants. I want this whole team out. I'm going to get a new team. They're not going to stop him. But us, no. Oh, he's got good fan base. Oh, we're selling a lot of shirts. Oh, he represents Adidas. Oh, he represents Nike. No, it's all, we're too business commercial focused.
It's brand FC.
Can I just pose one question to Sam? He's touched on Maguire a few times in this pod. What did you think he did wrong yesterday?
Well, the thing is like that with the Maguire, I mean, I think the main thing is the captaincy, Adam. Okay, I don't think so. He really has that caliber or the capacity to lead the team on the pitch. That's the first.
Yeah, but as I'm asking about his performance.
From performance standpoint, okay, so what I think that his defensive capability is not at that level, okay, that he could actually pair up with Varane. I mean, unfortunately, Lindelof, I think, had some issue. I mean, he's, I think, injured or something like that. I feel like Lindelof or Bailly should have gotten a chance, above Maguire, because I don't think so. Maguire is very poor in side tackles. He's not very good. He's slow as sloth.
Okay, but I'm asking about yesterday's game. We all know this. I'm asking about yesterday's game.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, I feel like he played well yesterday, and he had.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Since you asked the question, okay, so the thing, what I'm pointing here is like the generalized. The comment I made in the post before, that was the generalized comment that Maguire should not play alongside Varane. Okay, regardless of yesterday's performance or not. Okay, if Lindelof would be there, okay, I think Lindelof should get a chance ahead of Maguire. Okay, that's a statement I'm making right now. And it's a generalized statement. Yeah, obviously yesterday's performance, he didn't commit any mistakes, but the way actually he just, raised his hand whenever he saw somebody's offside or, something like that. I just don't like it. And he should not be the captain. I mean, that's totally my personal opinion. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what you thought about yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, the same way actually you have some, opinion about Ronaldo. The same way I actually have the same opinion about Maguire.
What score would you give Maguire yesterday, Sam?
Out of 10?
Yes, out of 10.
Yeah, so I will definitely give him like 4.
Whoa.
On that note.
Okay, and then what would you give Ronaldo for yesterday's performance?
Ronaldo won't get actually for good rating from me as well. He'll get like, I guess, 4 or something. And I mentioned that before, even if I'm a supporter of Ronaldo, that doesn't mean that I'm going to support him for his performance yesterday. Okay, yeah, so I don't think so.
Any true United fan, I mean,
so it's like the way Ronaldo played. Okay, no, let me make it clear, Adam. Okay, if there is nothing, is like I'm being impartial to Ronaldo here. It's because it's just like if he played bad, obviously you have to criticize him. But what Maguire did for United, If you compare with
so
Ronaldo, you
my opinion on Maguire yesterday was a 6 or a 7. So I thought he was pretty good, Maguire, yesterday.
That's totally your choice. You are entitled to give your opinion.
He had some crucial tackles down the stretch. He had some crucial
I
tackles.
think he played decently. I would have given Maguire like a 6 or a 7 yesterday.
Chief, before can I say something?
Yeah.
Man,
Last
we
word.
have the most toxic fan base and the most toxic fans ever in the
100%.
world.
I agree.
The most toxic fans ever in the world.
100%.
You would know,
There's some
Chris.
disrespect to either a player, the coach, or something. You know what I mean? There's always some disrespect, and I mean,
I'm gonna give the last word to Richard. Richard, any last words?
Look, the season's almost over, but I'm still, I don't know, I'm still banking on that Champions League. I don't think, in a realistic world, we're not going to win the Champions League, but in a dream world, I'm still banking on it. So I'm not going to give up until we're out of the competition. So that's what I'm hoping for now.
All right, Richard, thank you very much. On that note, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a tough week. Let's hope.
Can we acknowledge Munich? It's the 6th of February here in Australia. I want to acknowledge Munich. So
you guys all know what
Adam did a video, so guys get watching. It's a video of the 58-58. In the last season, the Busby Babes played as a team before they died in that plane crash in Munich, and it's February 6th is the memorial. So let's spread the word, share love, and keep the club in your prayers and the hearts of the great guys who took this club.
If you guys don't mind, I recommend you a movie. It's called United. The movie was released back in 2011, and that's kind of my ritual on 6th Feb. I usually watch that movie on YouTube. I think you actually have to rent it from YouTube. It's like $2 or something. Yeah, right. I would highly recommend to watch that movie tomorrow. And it's kind of my
awesome.
February ritual. I usually watch that movie, so thought of recommending.
Adam, are you guys doing anything out there in Australia for this February 6th?
Well, yesterday we got together yesterday. So last night, what's today? Sunday here. So on Friday night we had the Brisbane Supporters Club. They have a charity match every year up in Queensland. So they play against a team up there every year, and they get a uniform every year made up from Vito. And it's a really cool. So in the last few pods, you would have seen me wearing a 58 jersey.
Right, yes, I saw that.
That's nice. one of their jerseys that they had last year. This week I'll receive the new jersey. They do a great job up in Brisbane Supporters Club. So every year they do a Munich match up there, and it's brilliant. I'm hoping to get up there soon or next year and go and be part of it. So they do a fantastic job up there.
Yeah. All right. Guys, awesome. An absolute pleasure. Adam from Australia, thank you for joining us. Adam, we really appreciate your time and your input into the show. Thank you very much. Chris, Joe, Sammy, Ali, all representing Houston Red Army. We appreciate you guys. And Richard representing the UK. Thank you very much for your time on the show. It was one of those difficult topics on a very bad week from everything. Everything. I'm not going to recycle it again. What's this week as United fan. It's been tough. But let's hope
just keep smiling.
Just keep smiling. Let's keep winning. Let's hope next week brings something better, more positive. And we'll take it from there. Glory, glory.
Man United.
See you guys soon. Take care. God bless. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and share our
Nice job, Ali. I enjoyed you on the show, mate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Ali, thank you for joining us on your debut. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Cheers. Take care.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
See ya.